Alrighty, once you have your restaurant done, and again, done means you got the whole thing filled up, everything's textured, you got any little details you wanted to add, you got a nice name for your restaurant somewhere, all the stuff we've practiced so far, right? So once you're ready to go, we need to do one final thing to get it ready to turn in. What we're going to do is create a video fly-through of your restaurant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically think of myself as a photographer. And I'm going to start thinking about all the different angles and shots that I want to set up to capture for my restaurant. So let's say I want to start with like an overview. So I'll angle my camera up here. What you're going to do is create a set of scenes. So to create a scene, you get your camera in the spot that you want it, and then up at the top of SketchUp, you're going to go to View. Down at the bottom, it says Animation, and we're going to do Add a Scene. You'll notice a little Scene 1 pops up here. Now I'm going to move my camera to another spot. Again, maybe I'll do like this little kind of side angle. Again, View, Animation, Add Scene. Maybe I'll take a screenshot or a scene of my front to show my name of the building. At this point, basically, you're going through and thinking about the different angles that you want to show off for your restaurant, and you're going through and adding a bunch of scenes. This is your opportunity to show off all the little details that you added for your restaurant. So if you added like little plates and stuff, this is where you can show that off. It's also nice because, you know, if you made a mistake somewhere in some corner and you never got a chance to fix it, we're probably never going to see it because you have control over what you're showing off. So you're going to add at least 10 scenes. So you're going through, thinking about all the angles that you want to show, all the details that you've added. View, animation, add scene. If you've got some creepy artwork like me, you made a weird little table setting, show it off, right? So you're thinking like a photographer, right? Setting up all your scenes. Make sure you give us a variety so we see all of the rooms that you've done, all the little things that you've added. Because you've worked on this for, 3 or 4 weeks. We want to see all of your hard work. Once you've got all of your scenes, and by the way, if you make a mistake and you want to like change the order of your scenes, you can right click your scenes and move them left or right. You can also update them. So like and by the way, you can click through your scenes and you'll see that they like, kind of like fly through all your angles, right? The more scenes you have, the smoother it's going to be. So, your camera can kind of go crazy all over the place. But if you have, between scene 7 and 8, for instance, if I were to add like an in-between shot, if I add an animation there, that means it'll kind of like go a little bit slower. So if you want to basically have a control over it being a little bit slower, you can add more scenes in between. But just make sure you have at least 10 and it shows off all your stuff. When you're ready to finalize, you have all your scenes. What we're going to do, and some people have 10, some people end up having 30 or 40 if you want to have a lot of stuff to show off. The more you have, the slower it's going to finalize, which I'm going to show you next, which is okay, but it might just have to run slow in the background. When you're ready to go, you're going to go to File, and then about halfway down there is an Export button, and then you're going to pick the one that says Animation. On yours, it's going to have like a pullout that says Video or Pictures, but you're going to pick Video. So you'll do Export as an animation, and we'll pick Video. Then you have a spot to save it. You can save it probably just to your desktop, and you'll have a name, and you'll hit Export. So this is the part that will take potentially a long time. For most of you, this is going to take between 5 and 10 minutes, I would say. The more scenes that you have, the longer this exporting process is going to take. I had one girl in my first block that it took about an hour and a half. She made 60 scenes. So it might be something that you let run and just kind of like go work on, your PowerPoint project or something in the meantime, or you go work on other classwork and let this kind of run in the background. Or if it's going to take a really long time, maybe you let it run at home overnight, or as you go do something else, and once it's ready to go, you can turn it in. So after this finishes, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your ISB page on Canvas. And what we have is a discussion forum that you're going to find. So you can either find it on your homepage on the to-do list, or you can look on your calendar, or you can find this discussions tab over here in the ISB page. And you're going to look for, if you're in Swanigan's rotation, it's called Swanigan SketchUp TurnIn. Or if you're in mine, it's Underwood SketchUp TurnIn. So for me, I'll just click into mine. You're going to come to a discussion forum, and what you are going to do is you're going to reply to the original post. So you're going to hit reply, and then all you have to do is attach your video. So the way that you do that is this little button right here that says record or upload media. So if I click that, upload media right here, and I want to select a video file. And then here's where you just go and you find wherever the video that you just saved is on your desktop. It should be an MP4 file. And then you hit select and you post it in. It'll go in there. You just hit reply. There are questions up here about reviewing other people's restaurants. So it says you're going to create your response that adds your video. And then once you've posted yours, after that, you're going to go watch at least 4 other classmates' videos of the restaurants. You probably have time for many more. But then you're going to answer these questions about each of those restaurants. So for example, I might just copy this. And then once I have someone's restaurant to respond to, I might just paste that in and then delete this line and then say, one thing you liked in your restaurant I liked was your entryway, whatever, right? I like this because... Again, you delete the line that's there and explain. I like this because it looked unique, whatever, right? I want you to make sure you're filling in these questions for as many other restaurants as you can. There's also another discussion for the PowerPoint. So you'll turn in your SketchUp video, and you'll also turn in your PowerPoint in the same way. So you'll do a reply. Instead of, it's not a video in this case, so for you, when you do your PowerPoint, you're going to go down to this bottom left option right here, where it says there's like a little attach button with the paperclip. So you're going to attach and choose a file, and then you're going to go find your PowerPoint project and attach it here. And you'll do the same process where you'll answer 4 questions about as many of those other PowerPoints that you can download and watch for other students. Okay? So your job is halfway turning in your own work. That's part of the grade. But the other part of the grade comes from answering these reflection questions about other students and answering them constructively and as thoroughly as possible. So good luck. Hope to see some good projects.